Oh, that's what it is. I was wondering what was sticking out the side of my head. It's the batch. There. Behind my finger. Sticking out by my ear. Let me, no, that way. Okay, how's it? I know, long time no see, but my name is Sally and I'm Wooldiaries on Ravelry and on Instagram. And I own an online shop called Yarn Bling, which is quite empty because, yes, things. So I haven't podcasted since October. November, both my children write exams, and life is, to say the least, hectic. They both did very well. They both got distinctions, so I was quite impressed. Matthew is, well, I expected from him now that he is only taking 10 subjects, and they are 10 that he chose. Okay, 6 are subjects he chose. So I expect distinctions from him now. Deacon, yes, Deacon did very well, even though he didn't study. Little snot. Yes. As much as I try and get that child to study, it doesn't work. Anyway. And then we had our end of year holidays, and they are very needed at the end of the year. December is a very needed holiday if you have just written a month of exams. And there is Sparky. What are you doing, Doodle? Lie down, please. Thank you. So December is a month of holiday. Getting out of pajamas is really done. We didn't go away. We stayed in Joburg. It is very quiet in Joburg over December. A lot of people go down to the coast. A lot of people go overseas. A lot of people, it's just Joburg empties, and it's a pleasure to actually get things done. It's actually worse to go away. So we stayed behind, and then January started. The boys both started New Year's. They're both in the most demanding year of the relevant schools. Deacon is in grade 7, which is the last year of primary school, and Matthew is in grade 11, which is the year before their final year. And what happens in South Africa is it seems to be the final year is just a year of writing different exams, and grade 11, which is what he's in now, they do 2 years worth of work in 1 year. It's the we've all done it. All South Africans have done it. It's nothing new. It's just what it is. So that was January. Then we are now in the middle of February, and this is hard for me to say, but I have finally come out of my. I don't want to call it depression because I do not believe that what I suffer is half as bad as what people do, but I do get into a state where let's put it this way, if my parents had not instilled such a sense of duty in me, I wouldn't have even gotten out of bed. I was quite capable of just everything is too bad. I can do nothing to fix any of it. So I'll just stay here and maybe it will resolve itself. I know logically that's not going to happen. I'm I'm under no grand illusions that I'm going to wake up and all the issues and all the problems that I'm facing, that my family is facing, that the world is facing are going to go away or be resolved. there is a funny enough, there is a Netflix series. Is it Netflix that my husband's watching? Is it Netflix or is it on DSTV? No, it's on DSTV. It's called Childhood Gone, and it's about an. Just go watch it. If only this would happen, because boy, we've only watched my husband's watched all three. It's a like a really weird mini so thing. The episodes are longer than normal. My husband's watched all three. The boys and I have only finished watching the first one. And the first one is like, wow, if only. I haven't watched the rest, so I cannot comment. I cannot comment on the rest. But just hold on, please. I'm going to... Stop it. So yes, January and February have been hard months for me emotionally. I'd like to say one thing. And this is not something that I feel alone. I have read and listened to some things, and seems to be a common occurrence. When we're going through whatever we want to call it, it is a state of depression, but depression in our lives means so much more. It means you are ready to commit suicide. You feel down the whole time. There's no picking up. There's no... Sally speaking. No, that's not... You've got the wrong number. This is Sally. Okay, bye. Wrong number. You all send messages saying we miss you, and sorry, I've got a hair in my eye that's driving me bonkers. And why you're not podcasting, and we hope you're okay. And for me, I know you mean well, but they don't help. Those kind of messages don't help. I'm telling you now, not because I want to be nasty. I'm just telling you because it is how it is. They don't help. I don't want to hear that you miss me. I don't actually give a crap at that stage that you miss me. Oh, sorry. I don't. It doesn't make me want to do anything more than it did before. Sometimes it actually makes me really angry. Like, why don't you know? Because you're not mind readers. But know that now I do appreciate them. Now that it's all lifted, I can look at those comments and I can say, you know what, there are people out there that give a left nut, even if it is only the left nut, where I am, what I've been doing, if I'm okay. So yes, they do mean, but while I'm in that state, they mean absolutely nothing. So another thing I went and did was I went and dyed my hair blonde. Why? Oh my God, seriously? Okay, I bleached my hair, should I say. I've wrecked my hair. Me and the hairdresser, now that she shouted at me, we are in the process of fixing it. At the moment, I have leopard print hair. You can't see it because I've tactfully sorted it out, so you can't see it. But I have leopard print hair. It will be fixed before next week. And speaking of next week, I'm off to Texas next week. Next week, Thursday, in a week's time, I'm off to Texas. I'm stupid excited about that. It could also have been one of the reasons why I functioned while I was in that state, because I knew I had to get stuff done so that I could go to Texas. So yes, I'm off to Texas. I'm so excited. I leave next week Thursday, and I'm back on. I leave Texas on the 11th of March, and I'm back home on the 12th. But yes, I can't wait to see everybody. Holy cow, I've missed so many, especially one lady I've missed so much. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be absolutely awesome. The retreat is from the 1st of March to the... Oh, Cindy's going to kill me. The 5th of March, I believe, or the 4th of March. Excuse me. Yes, so I am stupid excited. Another reason why I have to have my hair fixed. Can't go to Texas with leopard print hair. I don't care. Go and check out Suzelle DIY. She's like a typical Kugel Santon Kugel. I live in Santon, and Suzelle DIY is like what we are all supposed to be. And her favorite color is leopard print. So yes. So as you can see, I've avoided. It's also a very good thing that we do is we avoid the whole nasty. I'm fine. I'm fine. I know it passes. I am on medication, so I know it could be a lot worse than what it is. I know it passes. I have made I have been seeing my doctor. We have made a decision to not mess with my meds before I go to Texas. We will look at them when I'm back. I have made some other changes in my life. We have all made changes. So yes, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere, but if I go quiet for a while, it's because I'm dealing with my own demons and I can't... Depressives are very good. Depressives, if that's a word. People with depression are very good at putting on a face. We are extremely good. People that have known me for many years, you are not depressed. I am. In my house, with my family, alone, I can be the stereotypical depressed person. I know it's something that we deal with, and I don't want this whole episode to be about this, but it's something that depressed people feel. We don't want to be a burden, and it is a burden. You feel like you're being a burden if you tell somebody. Just telling somebody does not lighten it. It makes it feel like you have now become that person's burden because, and love you all think that you can cheer us up. You can't. It's not that we need to be told a joke. It's not that we need to... You can't fix it. You can't fix that. Okay, let's just put, you can't fix it. For me, I know I need to ride the tide and I need to come out at the other end, which I do. I know that's what I need to do. I need to keep going. I need to get up. I need to get myself dressed. I need to fetch the boys. I need to I know I need to do my tasks to keep me going. I know that. And I know it will end. There is an end in sight. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody has an end. Some people it doesn't end. And I'm very grateful that I'm not one of those. So I just want to let you know that there are probably a lot of depressed people around you, but they don't want to be a burden, so they can put a face on. And I don't want to do that with you. So if I go quiet and you don't get a podcast, know that I'm either overseas or I don't want to put a face on. So, and sometimes I can't. Sometimes I just freaking can't. There's no face to put on. There's just, no, I won't. So I'm busy fiddling with all my knitting. So let's actually just get with the knitting. So a lot has been done since I saw you last. What has been done since I saw you last? Let's see. I finished the building blocks Cal. Remember the Stephen West one? I finished it. I have no idea where I showed you last, but this thing is huge. Not width-wise, length-wise. I mean, it's like, I would say, about double my wingspan. Yeah, I would say about double my wingspan. So anywho, just in case you didn't see, mine is Rainbow Glory, yes. I did the brioche version, and I did the large version. I know there are some podcasters, I won't mention any names, pink hair, that have copped out. A, haven't finished theirs, and B, are making the smaller version. I used all nurturing fibers yarn. I cannot, it's, okay, so section A is licorice, all sorts of natural. Then there's a rainbow. Then there was silver and natural. And then there's the licorice, all sorts again. I see he has released building blocks everything. You can building blocks your life now. You can building blocks your life. This is coming to Texas with me. Because even though the brioche has mistakes in it, because I love brioche, but I don't seem to be able to do it without making a mistake every now and again. Design feature. Yes, it is coming with me. It is definitely coming with me. So that is my awesome rainbow building blocks that was finished. Yeah, now that can go in the cupboard. You see, it's not that I haven't been thinking about you. All the stuff has been here. It just nothing's been done with it. What else did I do? Okay, so I was making I got so excited, I pressed the stop button. So, I'm sure I did show you this. I'm going to actually move the mouse away so I can't stop it again. This is called the Blue Sands cardigan. I made mine out of what I had at hand. What I had at hand was Manos silk blend it's black and silver, and the colorways are called Film Noir and Eclipse. And then the red in mine is actually Rowan, DK, just a normal DK merino that I got in swap. So I'm actually very glad. I've got nothing left, really nothing. I was using ends to sew up the pockets, because it's got pockets, people. So I'm very glad. This is coming to Texas with me. However, it is not getting washed. Please, people in Texas, it is not getting washed. Please. Because this is my jacket. Oh, it's a bit creased because it's been crumpled on my chair. So there you go. This was supposed to be for Nanny Swamo. It just did not work out that way, but I did finish it. You see, I made the red on the sleeves longer, double the size that it was, because I knew I didn't have enough of the other two colors. So I made my red stripe is longer, but there's so many variations of this cardigan that people have knitted. Oh, they're all gorgeous. The one I really want is it's made out of rainbow stripes. Oh, one day. Yes, it's got pockets, see? My pocket lining is also different. It's supposed to be the grey and the red stripes, but I didn't have enough grey, so I made my pockets red. I used every single last piece of yarn for this. I have nothing left. What else can I say about this? I love it. I'm not putting it on. It's too hot. I'm sorry. I love it. I do love it. I was a bit worried the whole time I was making it. It was going to come out too small, too tight, too blah, 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 blah. It is smaller than I thought it would be, but I still love it. And I will make another one day. I'd like to make one actually out of cotton. The original pattern is out of cotton, and I think it would be a lot more drapier and a lot more if it was made out of cotton. Sorry, my legs are annoying me. I can't cross them for some unknown reason. I feel like an old person. Ugh, can't cross in your legs. I think the next thing that I finished was a pair of socks for myself. So this was all finished before the 1st of January because I was determined before the 1st of January to have all my needles cleaned off. So that, yes, okay. So I finished a pair of shorty socks. I love shorty socks. Wow. How much have I loved wearing shorty socks? And I only have one real pair. So now I have two. See, I do have two. Just so that you can see, I have two. And I did a different heel on them. What heel did I use? I can't remember. I can't remember. But there you go. I can't remember. This is Regia. And I used just over 50 grams. In the design line jazz color in 6451. So those are done. So those can actually come with me to Texas. All the stuff that's coming with me to Texas. Then, what else have I done? Okay, so the rest of the stuff is, oh no wait, some purchases. Donna, oh snot, I must go to Donna today. Snot, I need to go to Donna. Okay, I need to go to Donna. Donna, Colour Spun. Is now at the Bryanston Organic Market, which is away from my house. Every time I go there, I have to buy something, order something and buy something. So the one time I went there, I ordered, I go quite often. I got this lovely gradient set of, this is cotton, and this is, I don't want to lie, this is 4-ply. This is going to make an amazing shawl. I was going to do Organized Chaos with it. If you haven't seen that shawl, please, what are you waiting for? The apocalypse to happen, go look. Organized Chaos. I was going to do that in it, but I don't want to now because it's too subtle. I need to find something else to do that in. Then, I had all these grand plans last year. I wanted to knit the Viajante by Martina Baim. I wanted to knit the Nuven by Martina Baim, all before I went to Texas. People, let's just say, I got the yarn in November for them, so I had December and January. But I want to knit everything else as well. Oh yeah, it's not going to happen, eh? It's not going to happen. So, This is Pure Merino Lace Superwash, and it is, this is for the Viejant. This will grow up to be a Viejant. It will. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now the yarn I bought for the Nuven, I don't know where my head was when I ordered it. It isn't enough. It's absolutely stunning. But I'm gifting it to a friend. Because it's more that person than it is me, if that makes sense. I love it, but I'm not sure I would wear it as that. Did you hear that? Excuse me. So that is my gradient for my Viejant. That will grow up to be a Viejant. Then, you know, South Africans are awesome. That's all I'm going to say. Silky Milky Moon, which is the lovely Lynette. And they are in Somerset West, which is down in the Cape. I saw on Instagram that her husband and her son were making nostopins for the shop Be Inspired in Natal, which is halfway. And I was like, oh, I need one of those. You need to tell me when they're in stock because I want one and everything. And she said, send me your postal address. I want to send you a something for you. This lady is amazing. So, she does do hand spun, but this is not hand spun. This is, you see, it's been such a long time now. I'm sorry, Lynette. It's been such a long time. She dyes it. I'm going to tell you that. On the label, it says Silky Milky Moon, astronomical fibers. So, this bundle of awesomeness, how cool is that? Is 3-ply sport 100% alpaca. And it's hand dyed in Somerset West, where Lynette is from. Oh, amazing. This one is the same. I know the set. I don't know what these need to be something amazing altogether. What? I don't know. This one is called Woolly Moon Bagel. It's an ombre blue tweed. I wish I wish podcasts had a touch vision, not a smell. I'm not interested in you smelling what Sparky just did, but touch, because this is so soft. And then this one is a 3-ply lace. Ooh. And this one is called Turquoise Moon. 2-ply lace. Did I say 3? I meant 2. Oh, that is so not coming out. What is wrong? Ha! Shut the front door. Let me see if I can get that a bit better. That's a little bit better. Put my big head in the way. Melon in there. That's a little bit better. Oh, gorgeous. So, like that wasn't enough. I got a hand turned. Did she tell me what wood it was? No, she didn't. But how awesome is that? I have played with it. I'm hideous. I need to... I need more practice. Or Chantal, you need to do a video, please, showing us how you do it. You make it look so easy and you've had so much practice. So that came in the mail in December, and it was, I was like totally blown away. Totally blown away. So happy now I can actually take these out the box and use them. I need to find a project for them. I need to find a project for those. So that was awesomeness. Okay, so that was 2016. Dun, dun, dun. So, all you nutcases that did Advent blanket along with me, because now this kind of goes from 2016 into 2017. Okay, so 2016. Advent Blanket Madness. Advent Blanket Madness was add minimum 1 square a day to your blanket for the duration of Advent Madness. When I had the brain fart for this, I took out my blanket and I realized, you know, I had hardly touched my blanket in 2016. Seriously. It was very neglected. This is where I showed you up until last. So now I can take that one off. This here. So I had 2 more on that row to do. Before Blanket Madness started, Advent Blanket Madness started, I did the top row. So from this row, right. Then we get to Blanket Madness, Advent Blanket Madness. And I'm like all about adding all the squares. First of all, I finished off everything that was on my needles, and then I was like, I'm adding all the squares I can. I added 60 squares during the 24 days of Advent. So I'm just trying to show you. That's where I ended, and that's where I started. All the colors, all the happy colors. Anyway, needless to say, after Advent Blanket Madness finished, I carried on adding and adding and adding. And then I have now set myself a goal to add 1 a day in the year 2017. I want this blanket finished by the end of 2017. I worked it out. When I got to 200, I kind of did a bit of a measurement thing, and I realized that my blanket needs to be longer than 400. So I think 560 just might make it. So anywho, January I started a new row. I started with my Texas shawl yarn from last year. Here's February. Right, now I will say I am not taking this to Texas. So therefore, not to lose momentum, I am currently doing 2 squares a day to get me on track to the 12th of March. So come the 13th, I pick it up again, but I will be at the right number of squares, if that makes sense. So I've done, these 2 were yesterday's. These two were yesterday's. Yeah. So that's the plan, people. That is the plan. So I know we're in February now, and I apologize. But if you want to catch up and join in, I'm sorry, I'm just taking all the markers off. You are more than welcome to. I am going to move, no, not that one. I'm going to put this one onto here to show where I showed you last. So next time when I show you, I don't show you the same ones. So yes, there was a lot of progress made on this. I am now at 271, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 276. When I picked it up, I was only on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 120. What is it? 127. No, 8. 128. I had done 128, and now I am on 276. Wow. So I have done a few. I'm determined to get this finished this year. I am. I want to start a new one, that's why. I don't know what kind I want to do yet, but I do know I want to do it out of self-striping, which leads me nicely into my next challenge for 2017. And that is every month to knit a pair of self-striping socks. Now, I might or might not, I will not deny or confirm the fact that I have a lot of mustache yarn. I will confirm I have a lot of mustache yarn. Self-striping. I might have gone a bit bonkers last year when I was there. You all saw that. And I might have carried on going a bit bonkers ordering online, and it's all waiting for me in Texas. So, I want to use Stacey's yarn because it's lovely. I love self-striping, and I want to use the most of it, and I want to make a blanket out of it. So in January, I used the colorway that she dyed up for the retreat last year called Fields of Wildflowers. So here are my January Fields of Wildflowers socks. Yes, they have different toes, heels, and cuffs. And I used, these are all leftovers from 2 shawls that I made last year, the Pawani and something else. I made another one. These are all leftovers. The Regia, it's got nylon in it, and it's just their plain colorways. I used 50 grams of Stacey's yarn, so I've still got 50 grams left, and then I did the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. And I did, instead of 20 rounds, because the 50 grams, I need to still work on my recipe for only using 50 grams of solid. I had 30 rounds of ribbing, but it's still not long enough. So I just need to work on, I think I need to do more on the toes, just so that it's even between the two. So I've got 30 rounds of ribbing, and maybe I'll do 30 rounds on the toe, just so that my socks are a bit longer, because at the moment they're just a little bit too short for what I normally like. So that is January's. Now, what I've decided to do this year is I am doing the box of socks as well. Is that what it's called? Box of socks, Cal? So you don't wear your socks. I saw on Instagram last year this wow, are these socks like seriously now blocked? They've been on there since the beginning of January. I saw this awesome box on Instagram. One of the ladies who did it, one of the knitters that did it last year, they used the labels from the socks that they had made and like covered the box with the labels from the socks. And I was like, now that is awesome. So that is what I'm going to do. So these socks are not going to Texas with me. They're going to go into a still to be purchased box for the end of the year. Now I kind of ummed and ahed about doing the box of socks because at the end of the year it's summer and we've had some serious heat and I do not think it's going to change. So I won't wear them until March, April. So yes, my box of socks is going to take a lot longer for me to wear, but that's fine. I do have enough hand knit socks. I do. The second thing I have finished this year, which took a mass amount of time, but it is huge, that's why, I fell in love with the Find Your Fade. Sure. If you haven't seen it, what rock are you hiding underneath? And get yourself out and go and buy it. It is addictive. I knew I didn't. I know myself, and there are some beautiful ones out there. I want to choose what I had. I didn't want to go buy anything. I wanted to use preferably something that wasn't as different. So mine is all pinks. In the beginning it looked very obscene and I was not allowed to take it to the high school to knit on. So it goes from this dusty pink. These are all the pinks that came out of my exploration station. So now I have nothing left of these. They're all now finished, which is perfect. I love that. I love that. I managed to get a square in my blanket and I've managed to get a little ball left for Sally Jane and for another lady who has got so much coming to her. And then I moved into a variegated pink. And then I moved into another solid darker pink. I don't know how much of this you can see. Then I moved into a different variegated with a bit of orange. Then I moved into a darker pink. And then I moved into a darker variegated color. And then I ended up with this really dark pink. So from about, let me just see, from here, so what's this? Color 1, 2, 3, 4. From color 4, the shawl actually doesn't grow in stitch count. But I don't know why, it just feels like it gets so much long. It takes so much longer. But it's not growing in stitch count. I love this thing. This thing is coming on the plane with me because it is like wearing a blanket. It is massive. It is massive. If I don't watch the way I wrap it, this end lands up on the floor. It is huge. It's huge. It's amazing. And now I feel like I've got it is massive. So this is all done out of nurturing fibers, all different pinks that I used in my exploration station. My Ravelry is not up to date. I am working on it. That is Find Your Fade. And if you have not gone and looked, go and look on Ravelry at the projects. Go and do yourself a favor, look on Instagram at the hashtag Find Your Fade shawl. I think that's the biggest one. And just go and look at all the different colorways and oh, it's amazing. I cannot tell you. yeah, it is. I love it. I love mine, as boring as it is, that it's only in pinks and it's not in, I mean, some of the colorways that people are using are absolutely stunning. I will say she does say to use scraps. You might need to plan your scraps, use the smaller bits for the bottom and work your way up. Some of the sections towards the end use a full 100 grams. So I would just make sure that you're not trying to use smaller pieces for the end. But it's stunning. So, Sally, what are you knitting on? Because my goodness, you've been waffling about all your finished objects for ages. So apart from doing my blanket squares every day, which now that I'm doing 2, it's taking a while, and I will admit it's quite annoying, but I know once it's done, I'll be much happier that it's not just sitting at home, not getting any love. The second thing I'm working on is the Curious Handmade Snow Melt Shawl, which is hysterical because we're not going into spring, we're going into winter. So the whole thing is about how the snow is melting and the spring is coming. We're the opposite way around. But it's fun, it's fun, it's fun. Today, the 3rd clue comes out. I am behind. But if you don't want to see clue 1, let me show you my colors that I'm doing it in. I am using, tags up first, Cascade Yarns, Sock Yarn, in the, doesn't have a colorway, color 5629, which I would say is like a lettuce green. Okay, I'm using that one. Then I'm using Stella Fiberworks, Hey Mickey, you're so fine. Hey Mickey, super fine, in the little green colorway. And her colorways names are all from songs. I love it. And, oh, show you the crappy side. That is my, oh, this stuff is amazing. This stuff is amazing. If you haven't got any of Stella Fiberworks from Gina yet, go get. The Cascade yarn was a present from Mish Babs, a friend of mine, Mish Babs. Was to make socks, but I can't. That color's too nice. And then the 3rd color that I'm using is Hedgehog Fibers, my only skein of Hedgehog Fibers in the sock yarn. And it is, doesn't have a colorway name. Oh, it does. Lagoon. I'm lying. Lagoon. So those are my 3 colors. And the reason why I chose these 3 colors is because Helen, Curious Handmaids, was saying that you should try and aim for like a gradient. I didn't have anything in a clear 3-ball gradient. So you need to look away if you don't want to see what clue 1 looks like, because I am only just finished clue 1, because like I said, making 2 squares a day is taking time. So you start off here, then you move into that, and then you finally, this is end of clue 2. Got it? Okay, I'm putting it away. I am, of course, using my Signatures 4mm needles. Of course, of course. I have to have a project on. I don't think these have never had a project in since I've been back from Texas. Project on since I've been back from Texas. They have always had something on them. Always. There you go. There's the update. So that was clue 3 that just arrived. I don't think I've ever not had something on these needles, which I love. I absolutely love that I've used them every month for something. I love that. I really do. So, my friends, I think that is actually it. I think I might have Oh wait, no, I haven't started my February socks yet because I'm behind because of the sock, the blankets. They will come with me to Texas, and if nothing else, they'll become February, March socks. I am a bit peeved, but that's just me. I've got to get over myself. Oh, if you're going to the Hill Country Retreat, Hill Country Weavers Retreat, Knitting in the Hills, I am going to bring some mini skeins. I don't wind them into mini skeins. I wind them into balls because I'm like, well, I just want to knit. I don't want to have to sit and wind them. So I will have some mini balls of yarn that we could do a bit of a swap if you feel like it. I've got them in bags of 10. But we could split it up. It doesn't bug me. Doesn't bug me whatsoever. So yes, remember, if you want to see progress, knit on one thing. And do as I say and not as I'm doing. That's ends.